Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart, and today's tarot reading is for the month of December 2014, and this is for the zodiac sign of Leo. So Leo, I think for December there is going to very much be a change in how you have been viewing things up until now. Definitely for you guys. I think that what this reading is saying to me is that there has been a lot of struggle with something. There has been a sense of what I would call self-imposed entrapment, loss, disappointment, but you will turn a corner, definitely towards the end of the year, and that, you know, you're potentially going to be looking at things in a different way, which inevitably is going to lead on to better things for you. And I'll show you why I started off thinking this. The two cards that I showed, that I pulled for you, are the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Now, the Five of Cups is very much a card to do with feeling loss and disappointment about something, feeling like something has been taken away from you, only really looking at what it is that's not worked out rather than looking at what it is that is working out, and kind of being resistant to look at the good side of something and just consistently wanting to focus on potentially the thing that didn't work out or the thing that's made you feel this way. And I think this was definitely backed up to me by the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords again is about feeling a sense of entrapment. Okay, so in the traditional Rider-Waite pack, this card shows a woman. She's standing up on the traditional Rider-Waite pack, but she's still got the same blindfold on. Her hands are bound, and there are 8 swords around her. But in the traditional Rider-Waite pack, there is an opening that she could easily escape through, but she doesn't. She just sort of stays there. And so this suggested to me definitely that potentially for some of you guys, I think it's going on from now, that there is a sense of only concentrating on something that hasn't worked out for you, but being resistant to kind of look at stuff that is working out, look at stuff that is good, and really just focusing on, now whether that's kind of because you want to do that or whether it's because you can't help doing it, I don't know. But I certainly think for some of you Leos, there is a sense of entrapment here, and I think it's very much self-imposed for a lot of you guys, that there is a situation potentially for a lot of you guys that's happened maybe recently, maybe some time ago, that you still feel caught up in and that you still feel quite hurt and quite raw about, and you're kind of keeping yourself there and refusing to kind of move on from the situation. And this was backed up to me by the Ten of Wands, which shows really just represent burden. This geezer has 10 swords strapped to his back and he's struggling to walk. So I think definitely this card suggested to me that whatever is happening here with the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords, it's been a struggle for some of you guys. You know, you've been struggling with something, and I think that this struggle a lot of the time has been internal. But then we have the Knight of Swords show up, and the Knight of Swords really talks about cutting through. Part of the card talks about cutting through challenges. The Knight of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite pack is charging ahead on his horse. He wants to get to a particular destination and he's not letting anything stop him. So I definitely think in the month of December, towards the end of the year, a lot of you guys, if this particular reading resonates with you, you'll be saying, you know what, I've had enough of feeling like shit. I've had enough of feeling down. I've had enough of feeling the victim, because both of these cards really to me signify a victim mentality. Okay, the Cup suit is all about emotion. Okay, the Sword suit is all about things like challenges and conflicts and that type of thing. So I definitely think that for you guys, with the Knight of Swords, it'll be a case of, I've had enough. Do you know what I mean? I've just had enough of this situation, and I'm going to actually cut through the challenge. Okay, there's a challenge around me. I don't feel comfortable with it. It's not making me feel very good, and I can't stop thinking about it, but I'm going to try and do something about it. I'm going to try and cut through it. I'm sick of feeling burdened. I'm sick of feeling like I'm struggling with something. I'm sick of consistently thinking about this particular situation, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for whatever it is that I've not been going for, that I've kind of sat on, that I've kind of ignored, and I'm just going to go for it. And I think this was really backed up to me with the King of Cups and the Hanging Man. And the King of Cups, the character is really kind of a mature, very sort of emotionally stable person. You know, the King of Cups is a man who tackles situations, I suppose, with a high level of love and a high level of emotional maturity. And I think definitely for some of you guys in the month of December and going into the new year, because December is the end of the year, I think for a lot of people anyway, they're going to be sort of saying, okay, what is it that I can do for 2015 to change my life around? You know, I've had enough of feeling a particular way and I'm going to try and change it. And I definitely think that you will, for a lot of you guys, you're going to be, if you've been feeling like crap about something, you're going to be starting to say, no, I'm not going to be feeling like that anymore. I'm going to start to look at this situation and I'm going to start turning it around, and I'm going to start using my logic. I'm going to start using all my love, all my power. I'm going to start, you know, to hold my head. I'm going to start to get more self-assured about stuff, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to cut through this challenge. And, you know, to me, a lot of these cards kind of say the same thing in a way. The Knight of Swords, I know it's a sword suit, and that's a lot of the time to do with kind of challenges and stuff, but I think the challenges tie in with the emotions that a lot of you guys have been feeling. And I think that these cards, in a way, even though the characters, I suppose, are very different, the message in a way for me can be the same in a way, okay, partly in a way, because the Knight of Swords can be deemed to be a little bit of a selfish character, whereas the King of Cups is is a very kind character. But I think the message of the cards, to me, in part are the same, and it's all about dealing with the situation in a very kind of astute and self-assured way. And I definitely think it's going to, in the month of December and going on, it's, you know, whatever the situation is that's been keeping some of you guys feeling trapped, and I think it's being trapped in terms of you imposing this entrapment on yourself rather than somebody doing it to you. It's you that's doing it to you. I think a lot of you are going to be breaking free from that and saying, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm actually going to start feeling better about myself, and I'm going to start dealing with the situation in a far more astute, assured, self-assured and mature manner. And I think certainly with the Hanging Man again, the Hanging Man is about, in part, the message is letting go of something, okay, being comfortable. You know, if you look at the Hanging Man, he's hanging in a very kind of uncomfortable position, but he's comfortable with it. He's not struggling with it, okay? So really, the message I think through this card is, don't struggle with stuff, okay? You don't need to struggle. You just need to accept whatever situation it is that you've been through, whatever situation it is that you're in. You need to accept it, because acceptance is the first, to me, it's the first successful rung on the ladder of feeling better, okay? When you can accept a situation for what it is, when you can accept a situation for what's gone on, you can say, that's happened, okay, I accept that, and I'm going to move on from it, okay? I accept it with love and I let it go. And I definitely think, and also with the King of Cups again, this is a card also about accepting your limitations, acceptance of something, okay? And then moving forward in a positive, mature way. And definitely I think with the Hanging Man, it's saying, just be comfortable and accept the situation for what it is, and then let it go. And I definitely think for you guys in the month of December and going on into the new year, the final two cards, the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. And the Empress is all about creativity and abundance and joy and prosperity, and it can even talk about pregnancies and mothering and nurturing and all that good stuff. You know, the Empress is definitely about creativity, and I think this is saying, if you want to create the type of life that you want, you can, okay? You can create that. And this card also talks about it can predict pregnancies, but I think that the pregnancy that this card is predicting is the pregnancy, the birth of the new you, okay? the birth of you, the birth of the new you, the person who is coming out of the prison of the Eight of Swords, but the prison that they've imposed on themselves. The person who's coming out of the prison of the Five of Cups, only looking towards the loss and disappointment of something, but being resistant to change, being resistant to seeing what is good in their lives, what they've learnt from a situation. It's the birth of a new you. It's the birth of abundance within your life. It's the birth of prosperity. It's the birth of joy. This card is all about nurturing yourself. Go inwards, nurture you. Nurture who you are. Okay? And then finally the Nine of Pentacles. This is all about feeling good about your achievements. And I definitely feel that at the end of the year, a lot of you guys are going to be feeling better about a situation that's potentially occurred where you didn't feel so good, where you felt really down about it, where you felt that you were in prison and trapped in something. I think personally it's within yourself, within your own way of thinking, within your inability to let go of something. But I definitely think that through letting go of whatever it is that's imposed this particular prison on you, you're then going to walk out into a garden of joy, freedom, creativity, happiness, solace, prosperity. And through that you're going to be feeling good about it. You're going to achieve what you want. You're going to achieve that freedom. The Pentacles card suit is all about wealth and money, and if it's a money situation there is going to be abundance coming in for you. But this will be of your own making. This will be of something that you've achieved, something that you've worked towards. If it's not a money situation, then abundance can come in any area of your life. But you're going to be feeling abundant and you're going to be feeling proud of what you've achieved. And also I think that you're going to be feeling beautiful, because the Empress card is also one about beauty. So I think for a lot of you guys, you're going to be feeling really attractive over the Christmas period, really good about yourself. Okay? You're going to be feeling just really gorgeous and really nice about who you are, and you know, you're going to be kind of ripping off those chains and really just expressing who you are in a really lovely way. So I definitely think with this reading, what it says to me is that for some of you guys, yeah, you've been feeling trapped in a situation, but it's a prison all of your own making, because you could have walked through the opening of those swords, but you've chosen to stay there. But the cards are really saying, no, it's time to move. It's time to move. Okay? Accept what's happened. Accept whatever it is that's made you feel chained. But you don't need to feel bound. You don't need to feel chained. You don't need to feel that you can't walk out of the door. Because you can. Okay? But you're doing it to yourself. You need to just charge ahead. Go for it. Use all your logic. Use all your maturity. You're not a victim. You're a fighter. You're a winner. So do it. And through that you're going to be feeling a lot more self-assured, a lot more beautiful, a lot more nicer, a lot more happier. You're going to really achieve what you want. And it will all have been your own work. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So guys, that's the end of your reading for December 2014. I hope that you enjoyed that. And I will see you on your next reading, which will be your love reading. This will be coming up very, very soon, because I know I was late on the readings this year, for the November love readings. But I'll be doing that very, very shortly. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.